Alright, so this is Mr. Pierce and Mr. Cron, and they're going to tell us something about their movie. I wondered about what is the concept of your movie.
I mean, you'd be best to answer that question.
So the concept is basically making a mockery of action movies and like all sorts of action movies that lots of action, lots of violence, all that type of stuff, and this is making fun of that by being an action movie itself, but in a obviously like making fun of it sense, because the plot is very cliche, very just typical, like one that's definitely been used a lot. And another thing it does, it's also more about pop culture references to stuff like memes.
So it's not old-fashioned.
No, it incorporates like memes, movie video clips, and it uses those clips to tell a story. So like the action, it doesn't matter like what the clip is, it's what happens in the clip that matters, because then that's what tells us what's happening in the movie. So instead of looking at it like a bunch of clips mishmashed together, you have to look at what each clip contains and follow it like it's a consistent action, and then that gives it a storyline.
For example, if like somebody sits down in the clip, that means the person's sitting down in the movie.
Yeah, so it's not. I mean, and there are photos too, like confirming this to make it a little bit easier.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. So like the photos will confirm it, that this has happened in the movie, but really it's kind of left up to the viewer to really engage in it, because if you don't look into it and think of it on a different level, then it won't make a whole lot of sense otherwise.
So what is this movie about?
The main character is Big Nate from is it a cartoon?
Yeah, it's a comic strip.
Yeah, and he's running away from the mediators, the bad guy, I guess. And that's basically the plot. If you want to elaborate, I don't.
It's the villain, and we won't give away his name, but the villain is this kind of a shape-shifting character that has different forms, and his normal form out of all these forms is the form of the bad guy on the last episode of the cartoon series, The Amazing World of Gumball, which is like a kind of an old man in a suit kind of person, but like he's kind of a magical character that's got very good special powers that Nate doesn't have.
Yeah.
So what inspired this movie?
Well, we got together and we're just talking about different ideas, and we weren't thinking about making a movie, but we were just talking about different stuff. And at one point in the conversation, we brought up the Big Nate movie, because there's not a movie for Big Nate right now, but he thought somebody was making it, and we were like, well, why don't we make it? I guess, but I mean, it
wasn't so much that. It was more that I just got hyped up about it, and then he wandered over to the computer, typed in the Google engine the first part of the movie. He was like, "What is this movie that Ian is so excited about? It makes no sense whatsoever, and there is no way it's going to be made without him knowing it."
Yeah, that became the title.
And then, so I was like, "Well, that's really long. That should be the title of the movie." And then I saw what it actually said, and I was like, "Oh, that's not a great title for a movie, but let's still do it anyway."
Yeah.
So he had it on the best title ever because of how long it was. And then I thought, it's a movie, so let's make it all dramatic and add the movie on the end in caps to make it work and make that, like, just make it basically a mockery. Like, make more clear that it's a mockery.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be all epic by adding the movie at the end of the title. And we came up with the title, but then for the plot of the movie, really all we did was come up with a basic plot. And if we messed up at all, like later on, we would just change the plot a little bit to make up for that. But yeah, so that's
What time is it coming out?
Spring.
Yeah, spring from what the first trailer it says.
Spring
Probably
of 2020.
May 31 probably. Because that's like the latest spring date, and we need a lot of work to finish it. It's nowhere near complete.
Right now, it's only like, what was it, 45 minutes? No.
It's like 20. It's like 25 minutes. It's like 25 minutes so far.
We're planning on making like 45 minutes of the movie, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know if it'll ever get that long. It might just make it to 40. I don't know, but we definitely know what the rest of the plot is going to be after this. So it's just a question of executing it now.
Yeah, so we'll be done taking up your time. Thank you for letting us interview you.
Thanks. Yes.
So, see you guys later. Maybe I'll watch your movie.